Jacob Blake is suing Rustin Shesky, the Kenosha cop that licked off in his back 6 times. None of the officers were charged criminally. So he's like, all right, I'm about to tap the pockets. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really say how much he's suing for, but pretty much that he can't work. He's paralyzed. And he's also saying, like, they actually licked off 7 shots. He just got hit with 6. One of them would have hit the kids, but the reinforced steel in the whip prevented that from happening. By the grace of God, that didn't happen. And it's the same story as before, just reopening it here for the viewing public. Walking towards the vehicle, he did have a knife on him. According to Blake, the knife was visible. He wasn't brandishing it in a threatening manner. And 6 shots later, he can't walk. Right? So I don't know. Ben Crump, your favorite guy. He's
this guy always seems to pop up. This guy seems to pop up every time there's like a black person that needs help with the cops. Like, that's what this guy does.
It's funny because the way you spoke about him before, I'm like, in my mind, I was like, just lay off this guy. But now, the more we talk about these stories, his name is always associated. He's always running point. He's like the Kyle Lowry of the situation. Kyle Lowry. But I'm happy to see that this is happening, and I hope he does get paid. And if he does get paid, that's going to speak to what? If Blake wins,
yeah.
That to me says that the cop really was guilty.
See, I don't know about all that though. I don't know about all that. Like what was the charge? The charge was what? It was supposed to be excessive force. Was that the criminal charge? It was supposed to be excessive force. I mean, if that's the charge, then yeah, 100%. If he gets the money, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the charge. I thought they were trying to get him for like attempted murder type of vibes. On the original charge. You know what I mean?
Excessive.
So,
they just haven't.
It was excessive.
Yeah, they just haven't spoke to a number, but definitely going to be in the M's. You know what I mean? But what do you think? Like, do you think they're going to come out with a W here?
I mean, if they manage to get these cops off criminally, I don't know what they hope to achieve through the civil case. You know what I mean? And this is just me being real. The whole Jacob Blake movement has slowed all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Compared to when it first happened, all the hashtags and all this stuff, that shit has slowed all the way down. So I don't know if they're going to be able to build back enough steam for people to even care for this case to even get, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if it doesn't get enough media attention, it's just going to fade away like every other one of these crimes.
Well, you're right. They if they are feeling the pressure from the public, they would be more, I guess
more likely to give up the coins.
Yeah, they'd feel more obligated to be like, hey, you know what? We gotta, like, these guys did get off. Now they're coming back at us. Let's at least make it look like both sides won type of deal. But if the public isn't still as outraged, they're gonna be like, no. But
that's what I mean. Right now they got like a 5'4", 120-pound dude tapping their pockets.
Yeah.
If they had all the support behind them, that would be a 6'9", 350-pound dude tapping their pockets.
It's basically going to be Debo rolling up on the bike, talk about
what it is.
What changed. You know what I mean? But I mean, look. Hopefully, like, this isn't the biggest channel, but we are reporting on the story. TMZ reported on the story, so hopefully it kind of, revs a couple engines. At least, even if it's on social media, something. You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, that was 100. Again, I'm not a legal mind. I just have eyes that work and a functioning brain. So in my opinion, that was excessive force. That was excessive force, like black and white.
Hey, but let's not forget one thing. This whole thing is being held in Kenosha. And we all know the famous story from out of Kenosha, what we've been talking about for a minute now. So the people down there are a little bit different. They think a little bit differently about their crimes, right? So
That's true. That's a very good point. Viewing public, what say you? What are your thoughts here, man? Do you think Jacob Blake's going to walk away with a W? Do you think this is a reach? Do you think I'm just going to say it because there's people out there that are thinking it. These Kyle Rittenhouse fans.
I said it.
Do you think that Blake is just trying to be greedy? He's just trying to get some money, even though he knows he was wrong. He was in the wrong. Do you think he's now just trying to grab some bread? I don't think this. But I want to know what you guys think. I'm not afraid to have the conversation. Why not?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to have the conversation. I mean, you're going to be having it because you do the YouTube comments. But I'm not afraid to look.
Just thinking comments sometimes too. It's not all just me. It's mostly me, but it's sometimes.
It's all him. So
sometimes he slides in there.
Keep that shit coming.
I'm gonna start putting an initial. You know what? From now on, I'm guy 1 and he's guy 2 because everybody's like guy on the left or guy 1. I'm guy 1.
This is what you wanted. This is what you. I told you we should have told people our names.
Nah, I'm cool with that. I'm guy 1, he's guy 2. Let's do that. Cool with that. Or I'm guy on the left and he's guy on the right. But leave it in the comments.
I like 1 and 2.
There you go. Guy 1, guy 2. Let's rock with that. What are your thoughts, people? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, man, this is going to be interesting. We will definitely be following this one. I do. George Thindle. George Thindle. Anybody
always match the crimes.
Anybody who goes to this university or was thinking about going to this university knows that name, George Thindle. A gynecologist. Why does a university have a gynecologist? Is it an on-campus thing, I guess?
They probably teach gynecology.
No, nigga. People were going to see this guy.
Well, all right. People get pregnant on campus.
Okay, we're going on the left. Let's stay focused. Okay. All right.
Why do they have a gynecologist?
All right. University of Southern California. George Thindle was their on-campus gynecologist. And, I don't know about you, and you could say whatever you want about me, but I'm not okay with my wife having a male gynecologist. And this is just proof as to why. 700. You thought T.I. had some big numbers. You thought Cosby had some big numbers. 700 women. Accusations. The accusation stemmed from him getting women to get bucket naked in front of him, feeling on their breasts, making sexual comments, some racist comments, misogynistic comments. And the University of Southern California had to come up with $852 million to settle out of court. Really, the whole thing cost like $1.1 billion. I'm assuming the rest of it was for like legal fees, right? Or something.
There was another lawsuit from before, the alumni. There was another lawsuit from before from the alumni. I don't remember what year it was, but I do remember hearing about this. And I think they settled that for like almost 200 something.
Well, there you go. This guy cost them $1.1 billion. I did the math, bro. 700 women. 52 million. That works out to $1.2 million a person.
I mean, that's a hefty paycheck, but you got to think about what they went through at the end of the day. We're talking about 30 years this guy worked there.
Yeah.
30 years. You remember how we're talking about all these artists? Like, I don't know if we'd really done a dedicated video to this, but we always talk about these artists that get away with these crimes for so long, and nobody says anything, and we're baffled. But at the end of the day, we say to ourselves, you know what? They're rich. They can pay people to be quiet. They have people around them that want to keep getting paid. I can kind of see how nobody says anything.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
No, please, go ahead.
I was going to say, explain this to me. This guy is just a gynecologist. This is just a regular doctor. Was he the best gynecologist in the world, or was he just the greatest at hiding what he was doing? 700 women?
Well, I mean, according to the article, the university knew about it, right? And that's the tricky thing. Not tricky, but that's what does make it difficult, because now the university's reputation is on the line. You know what I mean? If that gets out, how does that look on them? But the problem is, And this is what I never understand. Because that's really what it boils down to. It's like, oh my gosh, this can't come out. If it comes out, like, we're fucked. But really what it boils down to is you're an institution. You're a business, really. I mean, fuck it. School is a business. I don't care. Say whatever you want. School's a business, nigga. They had
$1.1 billion to spend. Yeah, it's
thank
a business.
You're a business, and this is your employee. Of course you vet, but you vet according to the role that you're looking to hire for. You want to make sure this is a qualified person that could be a gynecologist, no complaints, da-da-da-da-da. They pass all that. That's really all it is. You understand what I'm saying? And then from there, if anything happens where it's like, okay, there's some whispers, there's an accusation, even one, done. Fire the guy. You get in front of it, let them know this happened, and they're out of there. You understand what I'm saying? They waited 30 years. Of course. Now, what the school was attempting to do was to make themselves, not look bad. Now they look like they were in cahoots, basically.
Dog, this isn't no regular shindig school. USC is one of the most difficult schools to get into in the country.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? When you establish a rep like that and you allow actions like this, it makes me and this is not just USC. This is just a university thing. Right. I'm wondering what's going on in these universities, because every time you hear of a story, whether it be, I think there was a story about a coach the other day with sexual abuse allegations at a different university, and you hear about this, and all of these guys have been employed for multiple years. So it's not until they get caught that it seems to be a problem for the university, even though they're aware of it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand them coughing up the $1.1 billion. Everybody got their $1 million or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, like, something has to be done about this type of culture that's being allowed at these universities. This is culture that has to be being okayed by somebody if it's so consistent.
It's about reputation, man. Nobody wants their reputation tarnished. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, yes, you hire someone. And when you hire someone, you are responsible for vetting that person. But just because they passed the smell test doesn't mean they ain't a piece of shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So as soon as you hear one accusation, they're out of there. And that's not even fair either. It really isn't. Because now we're talking about what? Cancel culture. But it doesn't take 30 years and 700 women for you
to get to 50.
and $1.1 billion for you to be like, oh shit, I guess they were right. Come on, what are we talking about here?
Like in politics, for example, when somebody does something that is crazy and da-da-da-da-da, they don't fire them. What did they make them do, Chris? Because you hate when they do this. What did they make the politicians do?
They gotta, I guess, explain themselves.
And they have to resign.
Yeah.
Right? They don't get fired.
Yeah, they resign. Yes. They come
out and they resign, am I right?
That's true. So I don't like that.
Right. I know you hate it. I know. But explain to me why that was not an option. Yes, okay, I'm not trying to say homie should have got away with the crime, because I know some people going to dig into what I just said. But they could have gotten the university themselves, if they had wanted to. I'm showing you an option of how they could have got rid of that boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand having a love for your job and having a passion, but this is too literal, bro. This guy followed his passion too literally to the T.
And
sexual predator. And
even to speak to that point about resigning, like, clearly, like I said, the school was trying to cover it up. They're worried about their reputation. So this way, so all parties are covered. Look, man, we ain't gonna fire you, because if we fire you, we have to explain why we're firing you. So here's what's gonna happen: you, my friend, are going to resign, and you're gonna sign an NDA, and you don't know shit about shit, and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? And they could have did that,
but they didn't.
They didn't. Yeah, and then now it just came back to bite them in the ass, as it should.
It should have bit them more. It should have been a rattlesnake. There should have been another 1.1 billion behind her.
So viewing public, man. What are your thoughts on this? Do you attend any school? it doesn't have to be a school, right? Maybe your place of employment, where something like this is happening. If so, encourage these people to speak up, because at the end of the day, it's not just them. And it may just be even them right now. It may even be you right now, but it's going to be somebody else after. 700 women. 700. That's a lot. And guess what?
The other one was 270 something.
And guess what, Dre? These numbers are probably like the COVID-19 numbers. These are the ones that are reported.
This is rounded to a convenient, nice number.
These are the ones that are reported. Yeah. Believe me, there's more. There's more.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So encourage these people to speak up, get these pieces of shit out of here, or at least let the due process start. Right? Because I'm not a fan of cancel culture either, but at least let the due process start. Right? Again, yeah. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm disgusted. And again, when I say that I don't want my wife to have a male gynecologist, after hearing this story, could you fault me? Really? Could you? I don't think you can.
They say that there shouldn't be certain jobs for men and certain jobs for women, but hey, what do y'all think about it now? There's another question.
Adeuces. Imagine loving vagina that much.
He clearly has a passion. He clearly has a love of something in his life, and he clearly followed that passion, which, you know, you and me were all about that. Follow your passion. But not when it's that. It'd be like a murderer becoming a mortician.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So
he's like, business is slow. Go out, hit the streets.
Yeah.
So Kyle Lowry, I thought he was going to get traded.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into this. Yeah,
I really thought he was going to get traded.
Mm-hmm. You did.
So the deadline passed. He's still here, right? Yeah, I mean, he's a free agent in the summer, so it's not over yet.
Okay, Charlamagne. Relax.
But look, man, listen. Like I said, like I've said it many times, I'm open to being wrong. I was clearly and very obviously wrong, and I'll eat those words. You know, and I'm happy. I don't want him to go anywhere. I'm happy he's still here. You know what I mean? But yeah, thoughts on that?
What the Raptors did do was they did trade Norman Powell, and they traded Norman Powell for Gary Trent Jr. and Rod. Well, listen, it was really for Gary Trent Jr. It came with another player, but it was really for Gary Trent Jr.
You know, like when you like when you get the combos at the fast food restaurant and it comes with like a soft drink. Nobody drinks a soft drink. You just throw it away. It just comes with it.
Rodney Hood is more the free toy that comes along with the Happy Meal. But that's okay. Let's move along from that side. You know, I think it was a good trade. A lot of people don't like that trade because they're attached to Norman Powell. He's been here for a while. He's getting a lot better. But Gary Trent Jr. is the third leading scorer on the Portland Trailblazers, and the Portland Trailblazers have Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum as their 1 and 2 scorers. These guys are all-stars.
So what you're saying is that says a lot then.
He's a good player, and he's 22 years old.
Young boy.
Right. So what the Raptors are doing is they're making moves for the future, because they've also traded a couple of other players, I think, for second-round picks.
Wait. How long did they lock Homie in for?
The new trades? So here's the thing. Both the deals of the guys they traded are similar to Norman Powell, where they kind of expire at the end of this year.
Okay.
So Gary Trent Jr. is a restricted free agent. So that means any offers that he get, Toronto gets the option to match it before he can sign another deal. Okay. So, you know, Rodney Hood is the Happy Meal toy. So we also got couple of second-round picks, which is dope, because I can see that we're building for the future. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as I said from a long time ago, Pascal Siakam is not our future. And I said this a long time ago. This is not the guy. I can see it. My eye test is accurate. You know what I mean? So that is what's happening. So we're blowing up the team. Kyle Lowry's deal, I think, is up this year anyways, or next year. So it's not like we're taking too much money on. But I'm glad he's here. I want him to retire a Raptor.
Okay, hold on. Stop right there.
Okay.
You said a lot.
Because I'm a Raptors fan, I guess.
And that's good. You said a lot. And that's good. And that's all information needed. Now, let's get down to it. This is about Kyle.
Yes.
Kyle is not the Raptors. He's not the Toronto Raptors. He's just not. Okay? We love him. We love him to death. If he left, we'd be super sad. It'd be like DeMar Rosen, like part 2. Or maybe reverse. Point is, we'd be even more sad. Right?
Right.
If we had the opportunity to trade him for a much better player, should we do it?
100%. 100%. If the Raptors had an opportunity to make a trade with any of the teams that they were in talks with for a player that was either younger or more athletic or anything like that, it would be beneficial for them to make the trade. He is a 35-year-old point guard in an NBA league of young players. Like, let's be real here.
That's what I'm saying.
But for you to sit here and say that he's not the Toronto Raptors, that man is him, Vince Carter, Chris Bosh, DeMar DeRozan. That's our Mount Rushmore. That's Toronto's Mount Rushmore as far as the Raptors. You can't have the Mount Rushmore without putting Lowry up there. You know what I mean? And
yeah, but the players you just named, except for Kyle, Vince, DeRozan, are Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
they gone.
They all left, yeah, absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, yes, they are super important. They are staples. But have you ever had a piece of paper and you stapled it and you rip it, the staple flies out? They're replaceable is what I'm trying to say.
Right. It's a business at the end of the day is what you're
correct. And what you just said, and you made some great points. The nigga's getting old. You said the guy that we're just bringing on right now is a number 3 scorer on a team, and 1 and 2 is phenomenal. And he's 22 years old.
Yeah. I love how all my great points are the points that I made against Kyle Lowry. But go ahead.
You understand? Right? So what I'm saying is the whole time when I'm saying Kyle is out of here, and you were like fighting me on it, you acting like I was saying a bad thing. It would have been great for the team, the overall.
100%, but I don't give a fuck about the team. This is emotional attachment. I told you I'm a Raptors fan. Kyle Lowry's my boy. We don't hang out like we used to. Kyle, we don't hang out like we used to.
You want some?
Dog, can you digitally pass me some? I'll take it. What do you need? Are those hold on, is it triple ply with the lotion though? Because I have very soft, sensitive skin. So
anyways, sensitive, that's the word.
You're a dick for that one. I set myself up.
You did.
I'm mad at that one. But yeah, I don't care if it's off emotion. I don't care what you say. I want him to retire a Raptor. Most likely it's not going to happen because when his contract is up, do I see the Raptors re-signing him for something that may be in the $20 million, $50 million range? I don't see it happening, especially with them having Van Vliet and them getting Gary Trent, and we're talking about in a couple of years. So,
and then also, great. Let's just say he retires here. Fine, cool. Should we pass up on an opportunity for a greater, younger prospect just so Kyle could retire here? Because out of some sort of loyalty? Like, no, wouldn't you be like, you guys are dumb? Like, wouldn't you look at Nick Nurse and be like, you're an idiot? I don't know if it's Nick Nurse that makes that call, but the owner. Like, wouldn't you be like, you guys are stupid?
You know who it is, man. You know who it is. Homeboy that got pushed by security, Masai Ujiri. You know who it is.
Okay, whatever.
Masai Ujiri is the one who makes all the decisions.
Okay. The point is would you not be upset if an opportunity came to get like Kyle Lowry times 10, but we didn't take that because of some loyalty that we felt to Kyle? Wouldn't you be like, you guys are idiots?
I'll put it to you this way. In order to get Kyle Lowry when we got Kyle Lowry, I'm pretty sure, okay, might be wrong. I'm hoping I'm right, but I'm pretty sure we got rid of Damon Stoudemire in order to get Kyle Lowry. So it's at a time when the situations were similar. Damon Stoudemire was getting towards the end of his career. Kyle Lowry was a young player who was getting close to triple-double in stats playing for Portland, and we ended up trading those two.
Right.
So I get it. People never wanted to get rid of Damon Stoudemire either. Was
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. Right. You feel it, but it can happen, and I understand that. And what I'm telling you, Chris, is I don't care. I don't care. That's what I'm trying. I don't think you're getting it. I don't care about.
I'm getting it now.
Okay, good. Get it. Got it. Good. I want him to retire as a Raptor, bro. I don't care about getting a better player. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care. I want Lowry here till he retires. That's all I want. We didn't get Vince. We didn't get the pleasure of getting Vince. Chris Bosh wanted to leave, so I can't blame the Raptors for that. And I never really liked DeRozan.
You weren't a DeRozan fan?
Man, listen.
Yo, Kyle and DeRozan were like Mace and Diddy.
Yeah, but DeRozan was Diddy. That's the problem. That's the problem. DeRozan was Diddy. He's too busy dancing in the video.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
Don't get me started.
All right. I'll give you that. Viewing public, please, what are your thoughts here? I will pose the exact same question to you as I just did to Dre, and I'll simplify it just for this mere fact of the closing.
Don't insult Raptors fans.
I'm not. I'm asking them a question. I'm asking a question. I know how passionate this team is. I'm being and when I say simplify, I'm just like I said, just for the sake of the closing. Look, if we have the opportunity, Kyle is 35. If we have the opportunity to get a Kyle Lowry times 10, way better.
That number is extreme, but yeah.
Okay, let me go a different route. If we had the opportunity to get LeBron James for Kyle to get, would you do it? Okay, leave it in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yes, I admit, I'll say it again, I was wrong. He's here and I'm happy. See how happy I am? You see the smile?
I have nothing else to say after that last question.
Yeah, actually answer that question. Answer. Kyle or LeBron? LeBron now, of course, and Kyle now. Answer the question.
Can we just? That is quite possibly one of the silliest questions.
Answer the question. I know you're answering. I know he's answering the question with a non-verbal, but I need it. I need verbal documentation. Answer the question.
Let's see. Best player in the world for Kyle Lowry. Yeah.
But then Kyle doesn't get to retire a Raptor.
That would be a great business move.
But Kyle doesn't get to retire a Raptor.
Do I want that? No,
and that means you and many people like you are going to end up bleeding out in their bathtub.
That's not happening, though. Stop it. That's not happening. Stop.
Well, when I said Kyle Lowry times 10, you said that's some illogical player. So I said, all right, well, let me put a name and a face. LeBron.
That's not. Okay.
There we go. All right, you heard it there first, you guys. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm happy Kyle is here. Let's see what happens past the summer, though. Deuces. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yo, Chris, we got to 200 subscribers, man.
Finally.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to stop there. We have a new goal. The new goal is 500 subscribers. So what I need you to do, I need you to like these videos over here. I need you to subscribe right here, man. Two guys doing the podcast, man.